guys, long time no see, but I am back. And today we're going to be starting at book 5, verse or chapter 5, which is basically talking about, again, this whole book is about Confucius judging his disciples, and today it's apparently Yong's turn, or 重公. And he was one of Confucius's kind of best disciples, and he was known for his very firm and steady character and eventual competence to be a leader, I guess. And this time some random guy just says some things about his character, and Confucius retaliates and kind of defends him and not defends him at the same time. And yeah, basically about rulers, about speech, and about actions. So speech and actions, you'll probably know which one Confucius prefers. And without further ado, let's get started. 5.5. Someone said, Yong or 重公 is humane, but is not skillful in speech. The master said, why does he need to be skillful in speech? A man who responds with a clever tongue often ends up being detested by others. I don't know about Yong's benevolence, but why does he need to be skillful in speech? So a random person says that being not skillful in speech is a bad thing. But skillful in speech is kind of like, it's also kind of translated into glibness, which is just, again, a very clever way of speaking, but it's more superficial and not really genuine and insincere. And it's kind of like debate. And it's usually this quick and defensive and aggressive maneuver. And this skilled is usually something like, it's kind of like a weapon to either fend off or manipulate other people. And again, it's kind of like debate. So although you may win the argument every single time, and if you're really clever about your words, but if you do that every single time, then people will be kind of annoyed, and that kind of ruins your relationships, which you need in order to have a social position. And the reason why Confucius is defending Yong in this situation is because he believes that the measure of a person is based on one's actions rather than speech, and also moral substance. And plus, if you have virtue, then you don't even need clever words, which are really just something that you can hide behind. So a lack of skillful speech is not bad. And another thing is that Confucius doesn't really oppose everything that this random person said. So he says, I don't know about Yong's benevolence. So benevolence or humaneness or something like that is the kind of the main, kind of the core principle of Confucianism. And Confucius won't really just randomly give it out, and he won't even randomly give it out to his disciples, maybe with the exception of Yan Hui, who was his favorite disciple. But anyways, so he says, by saying this, he says that Yong still has a lot of room for improvement, and he's not quite humane or benevolent just yet. But in summary, a leader who relies on skillful speech kind of really destroys his people's trust, mainly because they'll always be kind of on guard, just in case he is trying to manipulate them. So a true leader, just like Yong, is supposed to be someone who relies on moral authority and actions instead of on any words. And yeah, that'll be all today, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!